Welcome to another episode of Barclay Pearce Capital's Corporate Showcase. Our guest today is David Prentice from Brookside Energy. Brookside is a liquids-rich Anadarko Basin-based development story in oil and gas. For our investors new to Brookside, David, can you give us a quick 60-second overview of the company and what you guys are about?
Brookside's really an interesting story. We've successfully transitioned from an explorer to a producer. And now we would describe ourselves as a maturing US-focused oil and gas producer. We've got real production, real cash flow, very strong EBITDA, certified reserves, an operated acreage position, strong development inventory and a strong balance sheet. We feel like the market hasn't really fully recognised the maturity of the asset base in the company generally.
Obviously, oil and gas and energy more broadly has been a bit of a challenging macro environment with investors for some time now. What makes the current sort of macro environment and market more interesting for Brookside?
We've been through a period where energy stocks have been under-owned in the small cap sector, but I think investors are now starting to see the opportunity here, and particularly, I think they're looking for companies with production reserves, strong balance sheets and repeatable inventory. For us, that shift in sentiment towards the sector and where we've positioned ourselves, the timing looks fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely, David. It's a terrific expanding growth story. You've been in production for some time and a great jurisdiction over there in the US. Why the Anadarko Basin, Oklahoma, and what makes Brookside sort of position more attractive there?
To use the old the real estate analogy of location, it's just got all of the attributes you'd want. It's infrastructure rich, it's data rich. The regulatory regime is fantastic. It's very operator friendly, and it gives companies, the small companies like us, the opportunity to make these discoveries, scale them up, bring them into production, and then use that cash flow to grow. So really, really strong place to be, and all of those things drive the economics and really have been, I guess, the cornerstone of how we've been able to build this business so successfully.
Some terrific drivers over there in the US. In terms of the key catalysts investors should be watching over the next 6-12 months, I guess. What are the key catalysts you can define for us here today as a bit of a flavour for investors?
We're really pushing forward with this US listing, which we think is going to really drive visibility in the US markets, obviously much deeper capital markets in the US. We've also got our next operated drilling campaign about to kick off. So we're drilling a 2-well pad there with our sabres and whalers well. So that's obviously exciting. That'll have a material impact on our production and cash flow at what looks like a fantastic time with oil prices very strong at the moment. Beyond that, really excited about our Riverbend opportunity where we're currently out there leasing and really trying to repeat the success that we had in our Swish AOI.
And I think, not only for offshore and Australian-based investors, you've seen some good interest of late from the US as well over there. Terrific well results and a deep discount to your peers, which is really appealing. I mean, in closing, David, what are sort of investors assessing Brookside for the first time? What do you think the market's not fully recognising yet? Why is it cheap here?
The key point I'd make is that this is about execution. It's not a speculative story. This is a production, cash flow, reserves story. We've got a super strong balance sheet and really, improving the visibility in the US, the sector generally getting a re-rating, and then our ability to scale up, both from proven inventory that we have in Swish and then obviously new acreage that we're picking up in Riverbend. So exciting time to be a Brookside shareholder.
Yeah, so compelling investor highlights there. Thanks very much, David. We're certainly excited to stay across the story and see where Brookside goes. For listeners, stay tuned to BPC's updates and ensure you get on board Brookside's chairman's list through BPC. We're excited to give you some more updates coming soon on Brookside Energy. Thanks for your time, David.
Thanks, Andrew.